Hey fourth graders! So today we're going to be organizing our extreme weather facts. And there's 3 different ways that we can organize our facts. The first way is to organize them chronologically. Chronologically is a really big word that just means in the order of time. So if you look in this picture here, we have chronological order. The frog starts as eggs, and it turns into a tadpole, and it starts to grow legs. It still has its tail a little bit, and it grows up, and then it happens again where that frog lays eggs. So some examples we might see is that if there's lots of snow, then there become layers of snow, then the snow melts some, and then there's an avalanche. So I'm going to look at my extreme weather notes, and I'm going to look at the causes, because causes a lot of the time might be able to be organized chronologically. First this happens, then this happens. I'm going to zoom in a bit. There we go. Go back to so that I can. So a big snowstorm can cause an avalanche. Many snowstorms. And then I'm going to put this one next. So I'm going to kind of overlap them a little bit, just so that I can put them in order. If it breaks. And then my last one. So you might have to do some creative work to be able to get them all. But so this is now in the order that I'm going to write it in. So are my facts in a chronological order. Now we can also put them in sequential order. And this just means the steps in an event. So the big difference between chronological order and sequential order is that sequential order ends with something. It doesn't go back to the beginning. So the picture here is making a pumpkin pie. That pumpkin pie doesn't then turn back into a can of pumpkin. And so an example would be if there's a tsunami, step 1 would be to get your emergency kit. Step 2 would be to evacuate to higher ground. Step 3 would be meeting with your family in a safe place. So I'm going to take a look at my safety and preparation slides to see if those can be organized. Here, move my face up there. So have an avalanche check with avalanche forecasters before you go skiing or snowboarding. That would be first. Have a partner with you. Have an avalanche transceiver so that they can find you. You should have an airbag backpack. I'm going to put that you should have that. Alright, again, it's totally okay if they overlap. You can also go, like, put your causes here and then your first fact over here and go that way. I just didn't have mine organized that way. And the last one that we're going to learn about is consecutive order. Consecutive order means one after another. So this is the way that we organize numbers, like 1, 2, 3. But also we can organize numbers from least to greatest in consecutive order. So we would use this for like years. So I'm going to know, I know that there are years that I mention with my famous storms. So I'm going to put it in order from least to greatest, or from the earliest storm to the latest storm. And so the first big avalanche was 1916. And then the next one is 1950 to 1951. And then let's see, 1962, 1970, and 2012. So all I did was I took the year that those famous storms happened in and organized them from the earliest year to the most recent year, 2012. Today, you are going to be organizing these facts in the order of events. These are all wildfires. So the earliest one that is listed here is 1910, the Great Fire of 1910. So you're going to click and drag it over to cover first. Alright, and I just realized that I need to bring to front. Oops. Don't worry, this will work when you do it. There we go. And so that you have the green and then the yellow. So the green will cover up the yellow. Then, this is the tricky part. Just like I did in the video, you need to put your facts in order. You might need to go through and do the effects too. What can happen first? What can happen next? So one avalanche can make another avalanche happen. People can be buried. It can destroy buildings. It can bury towns. And they can even cause floods. So go through in each category and put them in order. It doesn't always have to be chronological, sequential, or consecutive order, but those are really great ways to be able to organize it. So you need to complete the work on slide number 5, and then open up your extreme weather notes on Jamboard and organize that. Remember, you can find that by going to Google Classroom, and it's under the topic of classwork, and then reading and writing, and it's going to take its time loading. And there are your extreme weather notes. They'll be right there. If you have any questions, just ask your teacher, and the code word is avalanche.